Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's Witten's Cowboys going up against Witten's Cowboys. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, the Cowboys introduced to this gigantic crowd, and as usual, it was old number 88, Dez Bryant, that got the folks going the loudest. His guys are set to go head-to-head with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Guyton here in the booth with, as always, Charles Davis. Charles, a lot of times in the open, we focus on quarterbacks, running backs. What about the tight ends in this one?
Well, I think LR identified it really well because the tight ends are matchup nightmares nowadays. Who are you going to cover them with? Because really, they are pumped up wide receivers who can flat out run and use their body to create bigger plays. Cover them with a linebacker, cover them with a defensive back. Either way, they feel like they have the advantage.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First down, Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Prescott on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A second down throw for Prescott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run it. Here's McFadden. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. First down, a run with McFadden. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll try to throw now. Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Prescott off the play fake to McFadden. Going deep here for Bryant. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
I think most people locked in on Byron Jones when he came out of UConn at the NFL Combine, where he darn near jumped out of the stadium because of his vertical leap. But there's so much more to his game than that. Played cornerback and safety in college, and they can use that same ability to move him around in the NFL in order to create great matchups on defense for Dallas.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every single...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sean Lee coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Now Prescott. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They go to Elliott again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Prescott. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now Prescott out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something. And
I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Partner, you know. Often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Throw right side, complete to Williams. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
To throw is Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now the 7th-year man, Chris Jones, on to kick. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A first down carry by Elliott. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, Prescott. And this one complete to Winton over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott now on second down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
3rd and goal, McFadden. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Running for it. Here's McFadden. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. Darren McFadden cannot get in. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left, try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They'll give to Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Prescott from the gun. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Cedric Thornton in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They run. McFadden. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Prescott now. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Prescott to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that's Elliott, complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Prescott yet again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down, McFadden. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A second down throw for Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Prescott finding his big receiver Bryant there for a Cowboy first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
First down, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. The 20. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. To the ground, but here McFadden. And now nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And now with a play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Robert Blanton. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
That's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And out now come the Cowboys. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Second down now after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Now Prescott. He's got the first down inside the 10. And this is caught at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. The give is to Elliott. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field was reversed.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He'll rifle this one deep right, and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Robert Blanton.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw is Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
It's a keeper with Prescott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is up to 15 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's caught by Bryant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing. Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Back now in Arlington. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. To it after the pick six. Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Prescott on first down, finding room to the 20, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete, and he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. A first down throw for Prescott, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll throw again. Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To the air again, Prescott. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's Chidobe Awuzie, the rookie from Colorado. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run with Elliott. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Prescott now completes it to Jason Witten. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going right side. He has Witten. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 78 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else will flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Second down and 4. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. 2nd down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Whether slinging it And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Well, Prescott here to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid. To take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Throwing here, Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
After review of the play,
now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to, and the ball is knocked out, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdote.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Prescott to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. Prescott to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with 1 in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.